This video will show you how to forecast time series by generating a trend line using regression analysis. Basically, we are forming an equation of a line that will predict future values from the time series. The equation of the line is given by y hat is equal to a plus bx, where y hat is the predicted value, a is the intercept, b is the slope of the line, and x is the time periods or time indices, usually taking values from 1 to n. The intercept and the slope of the line is determined using the following formulas. Trend pattern is manifested in a time series that shows gradual shift or movements to relatively higher or lower values over a period of time, in which data points exhibits random fluctuations along the line. This method is very much suitable for long-term forecasts such as annual projections. This example of time series manifests a trend pattern. So as you can see, the first data point on the first year is located on the lower side, and every year there's an increase in values, or each year it is very evident that the data points are following an upward trend. And if we're going to add a trend line on this graph, we can see the direction of the time series is upward. And for this time series, we are going to forecast for the 2008 and 2009 sales. And we will be manually generating the equation for the trend line by generating the value of the slope and the value of the intercept of that trend line. And again, the value of A and B are determined using the following formulas. First, we're going to convert the column of the year into its corresponding time periods or time indices. So starting with year 1, we're going to assign it as period 1, and the following years as period 2, period 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to forecast period 8 and period 9. The column for Y will be the column for sales. So we're going to copy these values. Next column we're going to produce is the column for X squared. We simply get the square of each values of X, or we're going to get the square of each time indices. And copying this formula to the other time indices. Square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9, and so on. The next part is getting the product of X and Y, and that is simply equal to the value of X, which is 1, times the value of Y. And again, copying this formula for period 2 to period 7. After getting values for column of X, Y, X squared, and column of XY, we need to get their summations. That can be easily done using this AutoSum button. And to get the summation of the other columns, we simply copy the summation on this column and paste it to these cells. So now we're ready to calculate the values of B and A. So for the value of B, The formula is n summation of xy minus summation of x times summation of y. Reduce that numerator, so open parenthesis, n is equal to 7, the number of periods in the time series. Summation of xy is 3063, located at G9, minus summation of x, which is 28, times summation of y. Close parenthesis, divided by our denominator, so open parenthesis, again n is equal to 7, times summation of x squared, that's 140, minus summation of x, quantity squared. The value of b is 10.5, and increasing the number of decimal places, that is 10.536. And then the value of a is equal to mean of y minus b times mean of x. So mean of y is simply summation of y divided by n, and that is equal to summation of y divided by n, that is equal to 7, minus b, the value of b, times the mean of x, which is equal to summation of x divided by n, which is equal to 7. Therefore, the value of a is 56.714. And now, using these two values, we are now ready to forecast the sales for 2008 and 2009 using the equation y hat is equal to a plus bx, using x equal to 8 for 2008 and x equal to 9 for 2009. So our forecast for 2008 is equal to a, which is 56.714, plus b, 10.536, times the corresponding time index of 2008, which is 8, located at D11. And our forecast for 2008 is equal to 141. And this is how we manually generate the values of B and A. This time I'm going to show you how to generate these values using the built-in functions of Microsoft Excel. First, generating the value of the slope, or B, is equal to Microsoft Excel has a built-in formula named slope. And we simply need to input the column for the Y's, so for this case, column for the sales, and the column for the X's, which is the column for the time periods or the time indices. Once these two columns are placed in the formula, then it will give the value of B. And the value of A, or the intercept of the trend line, Excel has a formula intercept. And similar with the formula of slope, we just need to identify the column of Y and the column for X. And again, it will generate the same value as we did manually. Another easy way in generating the equation of the trend line is through graphical method. The first step is to generate a graph of this time series. So on the Insert tab, we can choose this Insert Scatter XY chart and choose this type of graph. To add the trend line, we simply right-click the graph, then choose Add Trend Line. We're going to choose the linear trend line. At the same time, we're going to display the equation on the chart. And that's it. You can now see the equation of the trend line, which has a slope and a y-intercept, similar to the values we have generated from these methods.